Hey, it's BWADE. I'm going to walk you guys through 4 of my favorite WNBA picks for Tuesday's slate of games. We have 2 games lined up. I'm going to walk through the data and the analysis and explain to you guys why I like these 4 picks and why I decided to put my money on them. I always want you guys to also do your own research and bet responsibly. Nothing's guaranteed in this. It is still gambling. Now, looking at how we did today, Monday, on the free picks that I gave out, crushed it. All 3 picks hit. They all 3 hit in the third quarter. We were already cashed out. The 4th pick that I gave out last night was actually Caitlyn Clark over 8.5 assists, so that obviously didn't play yet. That's a Tuesday game, but easily cashed the first 3. VIP picks are looking good as well. The second game for today hasn't played yet, so there's still some slips that are open. And then looking at VIP, I gave out a few home run derby bets. The one cashed easily. It was over like 479.5 feet for the longest home run. There were, I think, 6 home runs hit longer than that in the first round. That was the easiest bet of the night. That was easy. We took that for 500, cashed out. And then I also gave out Minnesota Lynx. The spread on that was 10.5. They won by 13. Cashed that for $1,000 also. We keep hitting, guys. Even with MLB during the All-Star break, we're still cashing out, whether it's All-Star game, home run derby prop bets, WNBA. We're going to probably mix in some soccer throughout the week as well. So there's always money to be made. If you guys want to get in VIP, now's the time to do it. I've cut prices at $25 for the rest of the summer, and you can get in right now using code WNBA 80% off. It's going to cost you $5 for a week of picks. You would have made that back tonight just by tailing some of these picks I've given out. So tap in, try it out. You won't regret it. And the other option, you can just sign up with one of these apps I tell you about in the video. Sleeper, Parlay Play, or even any of the apps below in the description. There's another 4 or 5 you can use. Sign up using my promo code, make a deposit, send me a screenshot. Takes 5 minutes, you get a free week of VIP, and you get the sign up bonus from using the code. I am giving away a signed jersey this month. I've been doing it for the last 8 months. I'm going to keep doing it. It's just a small way I found that I can give back to you guys and say thank you, because I really am grateful. This month they're doing a signed Justin Jefferson jersey. All you have to do to be entered is subscribe to this channel, like this video, and drop a comment. Super easy, takes you 5 seconds. And you'll be entered to win that jersey at the end of the month. It's a sweet white Nike jersey. It's all stitched. It's authenticated. I'm excited to give this one out. It's a cool jersey. So make sure to like, subscribe, drop a comment. Let's start getting into these picks. So I gave this one out last night. I'm just giving it out again because the game's not till Tuesday. But we're taking Caitlyn Clark over 8.5 assists, y'all. She's hit this in all but 3 games this season. We should not be getting this at even money. Like, she's going up against Connecticut, who gives up the 3rd most assists to guards. Still the 3rd most assists overall. And in the 3 games she's missed it, 2 of them were because they were blowouts, right? They lost by 19 in this game, so she only played 25 minutes. They beat Connecticut by 17 in this game, so she only played 28 minutes, and she ended up with 6. And then this game, she legitimately just wasn't able to cover. That's the only legitimate game where she came up under 8.5. If we look at her against Connecticut, she missed that one. Let's see. Oh, so that's the only game she played against them this year. Last year was way shakier, but Connecticut was a totally different defense last season. They're way softer this year. So she's only played them once this year. She went under, but that's because it was a blowout. The fact that she's covered this in 9 out of 12 games, I feel great. I'm rocking with Caitlyn Clark over 8.5 assists. And then I'm pairing that up with Tina Charles over 21.5 points and rebounds. The thing with Tina Charles is she's getting older, right? She's 36 years old. And as players get older, we see they play a lot better at home. The comfort of being at home, traveling, and doing all that shit. Like, when you've been in the league for that long, you don't want to do all of it. You're tired. You're kind of fed up with some of that bullshit. And so when we look at her overall average, it's 20.7. When we look at her at home, it jumps to 25.7. She's getting an extra 5 points and rebounds per game at home. And I saw the same thing with Brittany Griner's stats last year. I'm not sure if it looks that way this year, but she was way better at home than on the road. She's only missed this twice this year. Now, one of these games was against Connecticut, And it's because it was the second half of a back-to-back. They just played the day before on the road, and then they came home, and she just didn't have it in her to play another game. They played her 15 minutes, and then she ended up just sitting, I think, the whole second half. Didn't put up anything that game. The other game where she missed it was against the Aces, and they got blown out. She actually had 10 points in the first half of that game. She was on pace to put up like 30 points and rebounds. But because they were getting blown out, because she's a bit older, they sat her the whole second half basically, and she didn't cover it. I love her to clear this. When you look at Indiana, while they are a really good team, they give up a ton of points to centers. They give up the most or the second most points in the W to centers. Now rebounds not as much, but I like her to get this. When we look head to head, she's played them on the road in both games this year, and she's actually covered it once, missed it once, but she's cleared this in 4 out of the last 5 games against Indiana. And again, she's cleared it in 7 out of 9 games at home this year, so I feel good taking Tina Charles over 21.5 points and rebounds. You'll see that slip on the screen here. We're getting 2.9x for this on Parlay Play. Love this app. I've been using it more and more. They have tons of different like stat categories, different props for each player, which for the WNBA is hard to find sometimes on different apps. They have great payouts, ton of different promos, and a great sign-up bonus. When you guys sign up using code BWADE, they're going to give you $5 for free. There's no deposit required for that. It's just like a trial $5. You can try the app out, see if you like it. If you do decide to make a deposit, they're going to double that up to $100 as well. So ideally, you get a $105 sign-up bonus. There's no downside to taking advantage of that. And when you send me a screenshot, I'll hook you up with a free week of VIP, right? So you get the free sign-up bonus. You get the free week of VIP. You have an additional app where you can line shop, take advantage of promos. No downside at all. Jump on there and tap in with the VIP picks as well. And then make sure to like, subscribe, and drop a comment so you get entered to win that signed Justin Jefferson jersey. Let's get into these next two. Taking Kelsey Plum over 1.5 3-pointers. Now, you can take this at a decreased payout or push it up to 2.5, which I don't think is a bad play at all, but I'm going to go a little bit more conservative with this one. Take her over 1.5. She's hit it in 70% of games this year, and even more convincing is she's hit it in every single home game this season. She hasn't missed this at home yet. She's averaging, overall this year, she's averaging 2.5 threes per game. She's averaging 3.2 at home. She's shooting an extra, I think it's like an extra 1.4 attempts per game. She has a better percentage from 3 at home. Everything is off the charts for her 3-point shooting at home. Love this one. I am locking this in. When we look at her head-to-head, she hasn't played them this year, but her last 2 games against them last year, she dropped 3 and 6 3-pointers against them. So take that for what it's worth, but considering she's hit this in every single home game, feel really good locking this in over 1.5. And then I'm taking Sonia Citron over 13.5 points. Now this line is between 12.5 and 13.5 depending which app you look at it on. They're also going to probably have different payouts. Now I am pushing this to 13.5 since the Kelsey Plum pick had a little bit of a lower payout. I'm pushing this one up to 13.5, and you see she had 5 games this year where she scored 13 points. So the difference between those two is a pretty big, goes from 43% up to 67% because so many games are right on that line. But I'm going to push it here. I think we get it. She actually does a little bit better away as far as her numbers go. She's cleared it in 7 out of 11 games on the road this year, with a couple of them being right at 13 still. Now she's going up against a Sparks defense that their 2 main weaknesses are the above the break 3, where she scores 31% of her points. They give up the most points in the W from the above the break 3. And then in the restricted area, they give up the second most points in the WNBA in the restricted area. She scores 62% of her points in those 2 areas of the court, right? And so this is the perfect matchup for her. I don't think she hasn't played them yet this year, so there's no data there to go off of. But the fact that their 2 weaknesses are the 2 spots where she really excels, right? And you look at free throws, they give up, they're right in the middle. but they give up a lot of points to spot up shooters and in transition. Those are two of her main ways. The only thing they defend well that she does is pick and roll ball handler. Everything else that she puts up any points on, they're in the bottom 5 of the WNBA at defending it. I love her to go off in this game, so I feel comfortable grabbing her over 13.5 points on this one. You'll see that slip on the screen here. We're getting 2.6x for this on Sleeper. I use Sleeper every day. I tell you guys about it every day. It's probably my favorite fantasy app. They get their props up early. They have a ton of different props to choose from for each player. They have great payouts. They give us 4 to 5 different promos every day. And they have a great sign-up bonus. When you sign up using code BWADE, they're going to double that first deposit up to $100 and give you a free pick. Guys, these sign-up bonuses are free money. Take advantage. It's literally as easy as just withdrawing $100 from a different app you use. DraftKings, FanDuel, PrizePicks, whatever. You withdraw $100, hits your bank account, you put the $100 on Parlay, Play, or Sleeper using code BWADE, and it's now $200. You just got a free $100 to play with. You didn't have to risk anything. It's free money. Take advantage of it and then send me the screenshot. I'll get you the free week of VIP and you can tap in and start winning with us. But I want to help you guys win, do hours of research to make sure we're profitable, and I want to help you be profitable. So join the team and then make sure to like, subscribe, and drop a comment so that you are entered to win that signed Justin Jefferson jersey. Appreciate you guys. Let's get some bread.